Today we are going to learn about language and communication skills at pre-primary level. So in this we are going to focus what is language and communication skills, importance, activity as per pre-primary level, and a sample of education program in language and communication. So let us understand what is language and communication skills. So language is a system of communication that relies on verbal and non-verbal code to transfer the information. That is your language. And communication is a way of interchanging messages of information between one, two, or more people, focusing on the message. Now you remember language are different type: receptive and expressive language. Receptive language is where how you receive the information, expressive how you give the information. Giving information can be a verbal as well as non-verbal. Non-verbal in the sense it might be a sign language, and receptive may be the help of listening, then watching, that kind of things you need to remember. Those are modalities. Okay, so language is a tool of communication. Communication is a process of transferring the message. So it's very simple and easy to understand what is language and communication skills. Now let us see importance of language and communication skills. Now language is an important source of communication, as we know. So a child, a man, is not only affected by it but also express his personality through it, because language and communication make or plays a major role in our life that builds the overall personality. In the same way, autism with spectrum disorder even have a right to build their personality with this type of communication. So you need to teach such communication. Sometime what happened with the non-verbal kids, they may face a problem, but though you need to focus with augmented alternate communication program, PACS program. So that's very important, where you will focus all these things. So all kind of information can be stored out by it, and we convey our feeling, thoughts, impression, experience to other through it. So that is your communication. In special education, language and communication plays an important role in developing day-to-day skills. It's very important. In the field of special education, you have seen number of disabilities. It might be intellectual, emotional, autism spectrum disorder, conditions like Down syndrome. You have a lot of other disabilities where you see they have a direct relationship with the language and communication. They have difficulties. So you need to focus, you need to plan the education program in such a way so that they can develop these communication skills. So that's where you have to work on it. So that's why it's very important. Now let us understand some activity of language and communication skills. There are a lot of languages and communication activities. Let us understand. First, like simple 3-letter word games. Yes, you can incorporate these simple 3-letter word games so that they can communicate, they can talk, they can try to understand the modalities of the sound. So that plays an important role if you do in that way. So age appropriate jokes. Yes, if the child is at 6 years, make sure that you don't crack the huge joke where you may not able to convey the understanding to the child. So make sure that you crack a joke which is age appropriate. Riddle are a fun way to use the words and paint the pictures of scenes or situations. So try the child doing this. Okay, that will give a great impact in the child's developing communication skills. And the rhymes, as you know, whenever you go to the kindergarten or Montessori, you can see a lot of songs, lot of rhymes where they will try to indulge to the students. So it's again very important activity. Then hormones is also very important, where you need to encourage. This is very simple, the meaning of this. Then storytelling is also very important, where you can understand the the comprehension, the concept, the thinking, it's all kind of abstract thinking. But though even the children with autism spectrum disorder at the age of 8 years or 9 years, even they have such kind of you know abstract thinking. So make sure whenever you indulge storytelling, you try to indulge the lower level, so that they can, it might be a one paragraph story, or it might be very simple, where you can fix it quickly. You just try to wrap it out, and you can ask the question what they have listened actually, or else you can show the picture and you can ask what you have seen. You can focus more on the language, how he or she received the information, and how he or she expresses you the information. That's very, very important. So songs, as you know, the rhyme, the song, this plays an important role, and it's very important activity to develop the language and communication skills. Now let us understand the educational program, how you will prepare an educational program. I have given a lot of sample on the educational programs, on the social skills, on the personal skills, and others. So it is quite similar, but here the objective changes, the domain changes, there it plays a major role. So it's very simple here. Language and communication skill, as you can see, there you have this is your subject, the rhyme I have taken, and this is a rhyme. He will be able, you can select any rhyme, okay, make it specific. You can write one or two. So objective number one, objective two, number two. So same thing, you need to follow the five components of specific objective when you develop. Then what will be the baseline? Now for example, here in the rhyming, whenever ask him to develop the to his communication skills, yes, this is my target. So number one, you will be able to follow the instruction and try to tell few vocabularies which rhymes, so which is in the rhyme. So that kind of baseline you can do. You can select the placement where you will targeting that activity. It might be a self-contained classroom or mainstream classroom, or it can be at home also. So that kind of things you also can write down. So at home, so that is also very important. And then you have responsible person. If it is at home, make sure that you write a parent here, because clearly what does it mean. And then what is the success criteria? I'm looking to develop, my expectation is 80%, and then my success criteria, I want to fix it up at 80%. And this will be your strategy, accommodation, modification, where this you can incorporate for example, individualized teaching and learning. This is my a plan where I will be focusing to my child. And this is the rhymings. I will be using the rhyme board, I will be using the rhyme chart, or I can use the ICT of the rhymes. I will organize my timeline, at the morning what he has to focus, and the evening what he has to focus. This kind of things I am going to use, and I will be doing a lot of modification by applying the books here with the rhymes, so where the child can understand. So you can use any strategy, accommodation, modification which suits to your child, okay. And here this is a evaluation part, where is the objective, whether it is achieved or not. You need to just take and your date of the evaluation, because this will tell you further whether you need to do some modification in your content or in your curriculum. So I think you have understood about the educational program, planning educational program in language and communication skills. So make sure that you prepare in a similar way and you implement in your teaching. Thank you.